they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A big boot that time, 57 yards. Drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Down, 50, play. Check, 53. Greystone, travel. Spike.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down for the Giants is... They pick up 12.
Let's go, fellas.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Myers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Myers. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And I know you can't really see it, But that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Mariota looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Mariota, he gets it to Brown, complete. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go play action. Mariota under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now Mariota, and the pressure gets to him again.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on,
well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Myers looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 67 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
You don't have to win the 40-yard dash. You still have good mobility. How about him getting outside of the pocket, throwing on the run, and picking up a first down?
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Here's Myers on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Myers setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Now Myers from the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Mariota. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Myers. Throwing on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
15-1. 15-1. 53. Hurry. Big grip.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece. Peace as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here is Eckler. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's it, baby. We're going to run.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Mariota now to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And the catch made by Hilton. 23 yards, the final tally.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Running on first down, Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mariota to throw it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Myers. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Myers now operating from the gun. He's going to launch and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants! As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late. The half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Mariota now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As now we send you out to Orlando. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Back to throw. Myers throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
70, Indy. Let's go, defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Myers to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's Myers on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his first down.
Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. In for the score. They have taken the lead, and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for... As his guys have now moved out in front. Lambo to add on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Giants 24, Cardinals 17.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Third and long here for Mariota. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cook strip, the ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. There he goes, left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie us at 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Myers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Myers got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a third down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal
You
Adams.
see me out here? That's right.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
To throw is Myers. Throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 11-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one. Play to score it.
Set to kick off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And the Giants ready to come out now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Myers now to throw on third down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to hand the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. It's Eckler again, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
70, Indy. 53, I'm going to come back to you.
Myers, off play action. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Myers. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On the ground with a tight end. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a... Touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's taking it around the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Myers. From the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll run with Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.